Well, good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from beautiful, sunshiny San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, purposeful coach and speaker
in the world.
Thank you, Gabriella, in the world. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend, and I hope you are excited to possess the power to enjoy your day. No one can make you angry. Remember this. No one can make you angry. She made me so angry. No, she did not make you angry. You chose anger as a response. That was your choice. You chose to be offended. You chose to get your feelings hurt. You may be choosing to think of ways to get revenge. She didn't make you angry. She doesn't have that much control over you. You have the ability to decide how you are going to respond. So today, I am going to unlock a secret of the universe just for you for free. And it is how to disagree. How to disagree. First, let's go into the definition of disagree. It's when you don't agree. There are two people in particular. Let's just use that one-on-one scenario. It can happen socially, and it can happen in groups, and yet for today's intent and purpose, it will be between two people. How to disagree. Well, the first choice you have got to make before you know how to handle with wisdom. You can be dumb or have wisdom. There is dumb and wisdom. If there's no whiz, it's just dumb. And you can respond either way, but you've got to have ground rules for yourself. Now, in a perfect world, let's say in a marriage, you both have boundaries and standards for communication in a perfect world. All of those subject to change at different seasons of life when you just can't perform the way you want to perform in maturity because of past hurts and expectations and such. Yet, if you maintain your standard and you maintain your boundary, then you can walk away from a disagreement with your peace, and no one has the right to make you angry. Nobody can make you angry. You get to choose your response. So let me bring it to a real world experience for most people who are married in a marriage relationship. If you will make the decision ahead of time that to disrespect or to dishonor or to speak against your spouse or the other person is a non-negotiable, I am not going to do that, that's a non-negotiable, then you have the ability to handle a disagreement with wisdom. So let me give you a couple of nuggets. Nugget number one. Exchange your expectation for appreciation. When you feel yourself getting butthurt, offended, upset, wanting to be defensive, you can just remind yourself in that moment, you know what? It's because I have an expectation in this relationship right now, and I'm feeling a lack of control in my communication. Therefore, I'm going to exchange my expectation for appreciation, and I'm going to have a conversation in my head while I'm having a conversation with them to say something along these lines. You know, I really appreciate them. I'm really glad they're in my life. I really appreciate this, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that you're loving. I really appreciate that you are kind most of the time. I really appreciate that you handle things well. I really appreciate your passion or your intensity. I really appreciate you exchange expectation for appreciation, knowing that you are operating from a boundary of choosing not to show disrespect or dishonor, and you do your best to maintain to that. Will you fail in that, even if that's your standard? Probably every day of your life if you are in a relationship that you truly care about. Relationships you don't really care about, you're not invested in, so losing doesn't bother you. Relationships you are invested in cause you to feel a lot of pain because you and only you know if you're doing the very best you can at the time And if you're committed to learning how to do the best that can be done through personal growth and personal development, not waving the white flag of saying, Granddaddy was that way, Daddy was that way, so I'm going to be that way. You don't make excuses for yourself anymore. You don't step into the role of a victim. You are not stuck. You're not a tree. You can move. You can change. You can grow. So when you have the boundary in place, I'm not going to show dishonor, I'm not going to show disrespect, then you have the ability, when you disagree, by the way, most of the world works off of great scripts. I'm just going to say it. You can say something along these lines. Let's say I was a guy and I was in a marriage relationship and we had a disagreement. I could say this. What's the opposite of disrespect? Correct, it's respect. What's the opposite of dishonor? It's honor, correct. You could say this. Whoo, honey. Well, clearly we have different sets of opinions and different perspectives on this particular subject. You were raised one way, I was raised one way. You believe something that I believe differently. And you know what? Regardless of that, I love you and I respect what you feel and what you think. And I honor that. I honor that. You know, I'm not in agreement with it, but I honor that because, you know, that's coming from you. That's where you are right now. You know, we don't have to be in agreement for us to still love one another and be friends and be kind, right? So, okay, well, let's just move forward. Maybe we write out a pros and cons list, and then let's just make a decision based on where we think the benefits would be greatest. How about that? Do you know you can do that when you discuss religion with people? I don't believe in God. I don't believe in Jesus. I completely respect that. I honor that in you. You have the freedom to make a decision about what you believe and what you do not believe. And I can't hold you accountable for the standards I have for my life with my faith. No, that would be foolish because it's my faith and it's my life. You have your own life and I can respect and honor your belief system. We're cool, right? Let's just say politics. I hate Trump. I hate the Democrat. Okay. Hey, you know what? I can completely respect that you have a different belief than me. You know, that's what makes Earth so exciting down here with all these people, is that we are all raised differently. We all have different belief systems. We all have different philosophies and ideas. And you know what? I respect that about your belief. I totally respect that. You know what? And I honor that in you. I'm not going to try to make you think the way that I think. That would be foolish. I respect the way that you think. You love the Clintons. Good for you. You love Trump. Good for you. It's okay. I got no issue with that. You can't make me mad. I have to choose to give up my power and give you the power to hold puppet strings on me to manipulate my emotions. Sweetheart, that ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna get that power from Brother Collins because I am a thermostat. I am not a thermometer. I do not change based on my atmosphere. I set the atmosphere because I am the thermostat, because I have chosen this promise to implement and live regularly. The joy of the Lord is my strength. If I don't have joy, I don't have strength. And y'all, strength is really important to me. I gotta be strong to lead and serve others. I gotta be strong to be a good husband to my wife. I gotta be strong to be a good daddy to my 7 kids. I gotta be strong to be a good grandpa to my grandbabies. I gotta be strong and have a vigor and a passion and a vibrant spirit. It takes strength. It's easy to whine and moan and complain and fuss and be a victim. That's the easiest thing to do in life. To maintain the joy in your heart that allows you to be an agent of change and to literally walk into a place and change the atmosphere. You have the ability to walk into a place and change the atmosphere when you have a vibrant spirit, a passionate spirit that is free from unforgiveness, free from judgment, free from revenge, free from all of these things that bind you and keep you locked up. You don't have to do, he made me so mad. No, he did not, Uncle Buck. He didn't make you mad. You chose anger as a response. You chose anger as a response. That was your choice. You could have chosen mercy. You could have chosen grace. You could have chosen respect. You could have chosen honor. You see, do you follow where I'm saying here? So when we are in disagreement, I will close with this. When you are in a disagreement, you first have to have some boundaries that no matter what, no matter who they are, I have the ability to show them honor and to show them respect. Bottom line, I can honor and respect what I hate all you Christians. Y'all are crazy. Man, I can totally respect your feelings on that. I'm sure it sounds like you've met some people that were kind of cattywampus probably, and maybe judgmental, maybe looked down on you, maybe tried to make you follow their rules and their beliefs, which, by the way, that was very foolish of them. By the way, if you don't know a weird Christian, you might be one. I can respect that you feel that way. You're never going to make me believe in God. I ain't trying to make you do that. I respect and honor your belief system. This is your life, your belief, your opportunity, and I can respect that. That's okay. You believe one way, I believe another way. If I was raised the way you were raised and exposed to what you're exposed to and around what you're around, I would probably be thinking exactly like you. Isn't that what makes life magnificent, that we can think differently about that? That's okay. I honor you. I respect you. You have the ability to do that. You have the ability to choose how you're going to respond. So I conclude with this. Know your boundaries. I'm not going to show dishonor. I'm not going to show disrespect. I'm going to honor the fact that if I had gone through everything that other person went through, and if I had had the experiences they had in my nature, in my nurture, and in my environment and education, I would probably think just what they're thinking. I've been exposed to different stuff. That's all. You can show grace and respect and be in disagreement. You don't have to get your panties in a bunch and lose your joy. Nobody should have the power to take your joy. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope today you choose to learn how to disagree with grace, with kindness, maturity, and wisdom. Your life will be much better when you learn how. Have a great day, guys.